Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Olga, the Asia Pacific trainer here at Yes Supply. And today I am joined by the lovely Sammy. Sammy is one of our recent graduates, and she's here to tell us a little bit about her experience with working with us and what she's up to now. So, Sammy, thank you so very much for joining me. I'm so happy you're here.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Sure. So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where were you before you joined the Yes Supply method? What were you feeling? What were you experiencing at that time?
Yeah. So I'm a certified mindset coach, and I hope my clients go from feeling stuck to not in control of their lives to teaching them about the subconscious, teaching them how powerful they are in creating their own reality. And the result is they always feel so empowered by the end. So it's been amazing. And where was I before Yes Supply? So I had actually just graduated from another coaching program before I found Yes Supply, which that coaching program was also amazing, taught me like the foundations of how to be a great coach and laid the groundwork. But when I was coaching clients and I would hear some limiting beliefs or negative thoughts that were really recurring and always coming up, I just knew that there had to be something else that I could help them with, because it just felt like I needed one more tool to help them like really release that on the identity level, the subconscious level that was like keeping them stuck so they could get the true transformation that they were looking for.
That sounds so familiar. That's what led me to the Yes Supply method too. There was something missing in my coaching. I love that. So why did you become a coach? Let's go back to basics. Let's go to the beginning. Why did you become a coach?
Such a great question. So I became a coach. I actually had my own life coach for about 10 years, which again, like was amazing. Regular life coaching, so powerful, helped me just become so self-aware and just really loving personal development. And, I was the friend that everyone always came to for advice. Like it was always something I was doing naturally anyways. And then when I started to think about my life, I just was feeling pretty unfulfilled in certain areas. And I was like, what can I do to really like step into my purpose? And then I realized like coaching would be that. So
sure,
that's how I came into coaching.
I love that. What makes you so passionate? Like if you could like wrap it all up in like one or two sentences, what makes you so passionate about coaching? How did you know that was it for me? That's it for me.
I think the like first time I had a client, just like you could see the change in their face. Like when they have that breakthrough, when they have that transformation, you're just like, yes, like you did it. Like for the client, like you had that transformation, and that it just feels amazing to help guide them there, knowing how powerful your clients can be. So I think that has just been the thing that's been making me come back every time.
It's that shift in real time, isn't it?
Yeah, well, exactly.
I love that. So, it's a big decision, right? I remember like when I first did the Yes Supply method, quite a few years ago now, I was like stalking Reese for ages and trying to figure out what on earth was being offered and all that kind of stuff. It's a big decision to sign up and invest in yourself. How did you make the decision? How did you decide, okay, I'm going for it?
It's such a good question. So as I said, like I felt like something was missing with my coaching. I needed like one more tool to really help my clients. So I discovered hypnosis and subconscious. So I was also stalking like everyone on Instagram that had anything to do with hypnosis. And I actually found a previous Yes Supply coach who recently graduated, and she was so amazing. And they got on the phone with me so we could talk about the Yes Supply method and just talking how amazing it was. Yeah. So like that's another amazing thing about Yes Supply method is the community. So like she was so willing to get on with a stranger and talk me through it and just talk about how helpful it was. And that was like one of the selling points, and just learning more about the techniques and the program in general.
So how did you know it was the right fit for you?
I think the team, I think Olivia's the, customer support manager. She was like going back and forth with me too. I had so many questions and she was just so helpful. But when
and you did like your questions. It's one of the things I loved about you in our class. You love your questions.
I do. Because I want to make sure that like where I'm investing my time and money like is going to the right place. So seeing like the preview of, the types of videos in the course, the 5 certifications was also huge for me. Like I just want to be the best coach I can be. So being able to say I have 5 additional certifications to what I already have just felt like I was going to be the best coach I could be for my clients.
Yeah. And it's not just like there's 5 of them. They're like the most impactful. Like for me personally, I've been doing this for a long time, right? So the most impactful tools I feel like I've ever come across. What tell us your honest opinion. What do you think? Because people say certifications, and that's a big number to get out of one course, right? But those 5 certifications, like they still to this day blow my mind.
Yeah, 100%. So I think that was also a reason, was like when I looked into what the certifications meant and what it meant connected back to the subconscious, I just knew it was right. I wanted to make sure that I was getting all the information I could about the subconscious to help my clients and honestly myself get to that next level that I knew. Felt like even with myself, I felt like there was like an upper limit I kept hitting. And I was like, I need the tools and techniques to help me get past that. And looking at the different certifications and the techniques that we learned, it was an easy decision.
I'm so happy you had that experience. What was your favorite part of your time? We're still playing with it. You're still part of the community, which is amazing. But what do you think was your favorite part in the cohort, the course?
Yeah. Besides working with you and Amanda, my favorite part is definitely the calls, because it's amazing that you get to learn on your own, digest the information, come to the calls, break it down. You break it down so easy, as always, for us. And then the best part is then you then go practice, which I think just helps build up the confidence, get questions answered in real time. So just the cohort experience was my favorite.
Beautiful. I love them. Thank you for sharing. What was your favorite technique? What's one that you'll always go back to, do you think, and use in your daily life? You learned a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I have a couple. I mean, it's hard to choose, but in my daily life, I'm using EFT tapping every morning. Just, it helps to regulate my nervous system, helps me like get out of the negative thoughts, program in what I want. I feel like it kind of has everything I would want in that one technique. But I'm also loving playing around with collapsing anchors for myself when I'm feeling stuck or anything, collapsing that so I can move forward really quickly. And with my clients, I love neural energetic encoding, because I just feel like it is like the most powerful technique to really help somebody let go of something that happened to them before the age of 7, even if it was something so tiny, but that is holding them back in their life now. So I just love how powerful that technique is.
Yeah, so just to further expand on that for anybody who's listening to us, like our subconscious mind was formed before the age of 7, as we know, and our programming, so our limiting beliefs and our emotions that are kind of trapped inside our bodies and in our mind, they're the things that hold us back, right? And usually we're completely unaware of what caused them. And sometimes we think it's going to be some big trigger warning, some sort of big, scary, traumatic, bad, negative event. But in actual fact, it can be something quite small that just created a belief in us, and we kept it going, right? For until adulthood, until we become consciously aware of it. Yeah. When you learned that, what did you think about that information? Like, did it help you personally shift?
Yeah, totally. It's like, it's such life-changing knowledge. It's so crazy to me that we don't learn about this like at school, right? Yeah, because you just realize that like these programs, again, like doesn't have to be too dramatic. It could just be something that you learned when you were before the age of 7, and then throughout life, it's just like keeps getting triggered by that belief. So when you're able to let that belief go, you have so much more opportunity. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's just so powerful.
So from your perspective, because I've probably been in the industry too long and I get a bit like industry jargon-ish, we're always talking about releasing our limiting beliefs or letting them go. Can you give us just a really quick overview and summary of how you learned we do that with our techniques?
Yeah. So like at least with the neural energetic encoding, essentially what we're allowing ourselves to do is go back to this root cause event. And again, you don't have to experience it. You stay really high above it. And the whole point of this, technique is to have new learnings from that experience. So instead of having this old learnings, this old program, you're now programming in the new learning so that, mostly it's I'm loved, I'm safe, I'm worthy, all these amazing new programs that are able to like catapult you into your future self now. So it's just a really amazing way to release, but also program in what you need in that moment.
Oh, I love the way you explained that. Thank you so much. So you've gone through the certification, you graduated last week. Congratulations. You were just absolutely amazing in your cohort. When you first sat down to design your yes life, what did it include? What did your dream life look like?
Yeah. I feel like I have an unusual answer in a way, because as my life was when I was sitting down to design my dream yes life, like everything around me was already like really good. Like I had a great husband and family and friends, and like everything externally was really good. But when I really sat down and wanted to understand the dream life, it was the internal stuff that I was struggling with. Like I didn't feel that fulfillment or the purpose that I was looking for. And it was that intangible success that I really was looking for, which I now am so grateful to be able to say that I feel like I really have had since reprogramming my own subconscious, going through this program. I really feel like I'm waking up every morning with a sense of excitement and contentment, when before I felt like such a heaviness and unfulfillment that was like following me around like a dark shadow all the time.
Goodness me. And like, what else could we ask for in life, right? To wake up with this knowing that I get to choose my reality. I get to choose what my day looks like and what my future looks like. That is so amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you. What's the goal you're most proud of, do you think, that you've achieved?
You know, I'm getting better at being proud of like every achievement I've had. So I'm really proud of graduating Yes Supply. But as I was wrapping up Yes Supply, I decided I wanted to have a beta program where I could really test these techniques and get feedback from my community and clients. And I sold out the beta. So I'm like just so proud of myself for being able to do that. And I'm already seeing amazing results just a couple of weeks in. So that I'm
just
really
a couple of weeks in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sammy, congratulations. That is incredible. How do you feel about that? I mean, your face is glowing. Look how happy you look.
Yeah, it really is amazing. So like I'm thinking about my clients and the shift from like session one. And like session one, I'm mostly just explaining how the subconscious mind works. And they're like, what? Like, this is why I've been this way my whole life? And I'm like, yes. And then being able to empower them with the tools and techniques to feel really empowered and take control of their life again and really step into being that creator of your reality. And every week it's just is getting better.
So what's coming up for me right now is like people think, oh, we're dealing with the subconscious, the brain, that sounds complicated. But it's actually really easy to understand, isn't it?
Yes.
It's quite mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's so simple. And once you understand it, it feels like it unlocks everything. You're just like, now I get it. But that's what we're after.
It's kind of this big duh moment.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I love it. I love it. So what's the biggest mindset shift do you think you personally had to make to achieve this success? Like to say, okay, I'm graduating, I'm launching a beta program, I'm like, you've sold it out, you're 2 weeks in, your clients are seeing these incredible shifts. What do you think has been your personal biggest mindset shift to get you there?
I think there's two. Like one, just like truly believing that I am that, badass coach. I am that transformational coach that helps my clients get to where they want. So just like having that like deeply rooted belief. Again, I'm using EFT to tap that in like every morning, just so I really, really feel into it. And then secondly is just knowing that like every coaching style is different and really accepting that and knowing that my style is exactly what my clients need. And that's why they're my clients. Another coach is just as amazing, but that's why she has her own clients.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so important. I think once we kind of realize that, when we figure out our unique way of doing things, that's how we're going to show up in our most authentic, excited, really ready to serve, confident energy. And then that will attract the right clients for us, right? And you've already embodied that fully. That's beautiful. Do you think there's a technique or something specific that actually really helped you step into that power, that knowing?
Definitely EFT tapping, but also I do affirmations all day, every day, as much as I can, just so that, as we know, the subconscious, it's just a computer. That's why it's so simple. It's just a computer that we feed programs to and instructions to. So the more I can send the positive, reaffirming, empowering instructions to my mind, I know that's how I'm going to feel, and that's how my reality will reflect back to me.
I love that. So we're releasing all the old programs, the old limiting beliefs, the old emotions that are keeping us stuck,
Yes.
reprogramming for who we want to be. It's a choice. Isn't that
Exactly.
beautiful?
Yeah, yes. And like through the cool where being able to release and reprogram is such an added bonus, right? Like you get all these tools and techniques for your clients, but you also get them on you. So it's like kind of a double win.
Yeah, for sure. I remember in every cohort I say this. I say on our very first call, I say, look who you are now. Look in your Zoom camera. Look at your face. Who are you now? Then I ask the same question at the end. What did you experience?
Yeah, it's so funny. Because I remember you saying that. And I remember I even took a picture of myself on the first Zoom day. And then when you said it again, I took another picture and then I compared them. And like you could just see I'm like sitting up straighter. I'm a lot more brighter. Like obviously I'm so proud of myself for going through the cohort, but you could see just the physiological differences, which is like really, really awesome.
It's really hard, isn't it? Like I always imagine, like as a trainer, day one, I tell everybody, I guarantee you, like I say those words, right? You're going to have your own full transformation. I can imagine how like it's difficult for a student to say, is she meant to say that? Like, is that just something that a trainer would say?
Yeah.
That.
I mean, I know you're not just saying it because it's true. It's just true.
Yeah. What was the thing you loved the most about the cohort, the training, the work you do? What do you love the most? Like what's that thing that really sets your soul on fire?
Just knowing that I have these tools and techniques now, like just feeling like really like qualified in a way and really equipped, capable to help my clients get the transformation that they want. It just is so empowering as a coach to know that like, that limiting belief we keep hearing week over week. Let's actually release that. We can do that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it's not something you just have to live with and put up with anymore, right?
Right.
Right. I love that. So what's your new version of yes look like? What goals are you going for next?
Just, continuing this like intangible internal success that I've been after. But like now I'm waking up most days, every day, feeling so fulfilled and excited for my day.
Yeah.
And my big goal is just like keep reaching more people. I think the ripple effect is so real that like you change one person, one client, they might tell their partner, their friends about it. And like they will actually go on that same journey, even if it's not through you. So I just think the power of the ripple effect is so amazing. So yeah, I think that's my big goal. Just keep reaching more people.
And I know you're going to do that successfully and beautifully. I know you will. So what would you tell someone who's thinking about following their calling, getting into coaching? What would you say to them?
I would say if you have that calling, just go for it. Like that's your gut, that's your intuition, that's your higher self, whatever you believe in, telling you that you're meant for it. And again, like especially with the yes supply, even if you're on the fence, like I don't know if I should actually do coaching, just go through it because the transformation you have inside of it yourself is just already worth it. Yeah. So, and then you walk away with 5 certifications. And I know that like if you go through it, you'll feel that confidence to be that coach. And you feel really supported within the community. So I would say follow your dream and do it.
I love that. What would you tell someone who's sitting on the fence of signing up for the yes supply? Because to be honest, like I was on the fence for like 12 months before I suppose worked up the courage to invest in me. Mm. You say to someone who's sitting on the fence?
Yeah, again, I think it's an investment not only in you, but your future clients. And I think you just feel really empowered and powerful at the end because you have all these tools and techniques to really help you and help your clients get the transformations that they're after. So I would say there's truly no downside to it. You get so much additional information. Like I'm just about to get started on all the bonuses that I also have, like so much content. The community is amazing. I loved my cohort. All the women in there were just amazing. And I really don't see any downside, but I understand if you're on the fence because I was too, but just, I think it's worth it.
Oh. Sammy, honestly, you've blown my mind how you've like gone through the program, you've graduated, you've like launched yourself, you're making really a big move. So I know you're going to be hugely successful and I wish for you nothing but everything your heart desires. And I just want to say thank you for joining me today and sharing your journey to help others, just to see what's possible. So that means a lot to me. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being the best trainer and helping me and all the women in the cohort just get that transformation for ourselves and our clients that we were looking for.
No, I had the best time doing it too. Thank you. That really means a lot to me. So for anybody who is thinking about checking us out and joining us in the Yes Supply method, go ahead and look at www.yessupply.co, not .com, .co. You can also DM us. You can email us at hello@yessupply.co. It's really hard to encapsulate what the cohort experience actually is. It's such a beautiful, deep journey, and we do learn so much. So if you have any questions at all, we will be there to help you and guide you through those questions. Just to say thank you again, Sammy. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. It's been a lovely chat. Bye, my love.